folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad, Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to show you the single best way to build your biceps into grapefruits. It's a brand new way, and you know, for those of you who are heavy-duty weightlifters out there, and you're going to look at us and say, well, who are they to give us this opinion? Well, we're physical therapists, so we're going at this from kind of a scientific viewpoint, not necessarily, I mean, I'm okay for 58 years old.
Are you 58 now?
I'm going to be soon.
Okay, close enough.
A week.
Right, we are not bodybuilders, but we understand the body and how it works, and we're going to show you a safe way how to lift in an effective way.
Yeah. So, but before you do that, if you have a second, take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free. We upload every day. Also, go over to Facebook. This is really important to Brad and I to like us because we were not like this children, so we're trying to turn things around. It's Bob and Brad.
There you go, on Facebook.
So, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm sure a few of you have heard of him, the big bodybuilder and actor.
Oh yeah, the Hulk.
He's not the Hulk.
Oh.
He wasn't the Hulk.
Well, that was right. That was
Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, that was close.
So anyway, he used to do 7-7-7 for biceps.
Sure.
And the reason he'd do that, and I'll show you what he did with that. The hardest part of when you're training your bicep is when you're right at this right angle.
Right.
Because right now the weight is maximally far away from you. The lever arm is the longest.
Yeah, it's right. It's this long.
And you're fighting gravity the most here. Because right here now I'm starting to go this way.
Yeah, we're looking at the vertical length went from 12 inches, say, to less than that, 6 inches.
If I was going like this, yeah. But I'm going like this, so now it's easier here and it's easier here.
Mm-hmm.
So what he would do is he would have you work the bicep in 3 different ways. He'd have you go from here to level.
Okay.
And then he'd have you do 7 reps. I believe he'd take a rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd have you do 7 from here to here.
Yeah.
Again, working that easier part. And you might even do this with a heavier weight.
Sure.
Because this can handle a heavier weight. And then the last one, you probably have to go to a lighter weight because you're going to go all the way through the full range.
Right.
So 7-7-7.
We're breaking it down, first half, second half range of motion, and then full range of motion.
So the new technique that we have is, in order to make it hard all the way through, that you're going to be working through, we're actually going to use a band along with the weight.
So a combination of resistance band and weight.
Yep. So what I'm doing is I got the band all hooked up here, and I'm using, again, a kettlebell, but you could use a dumbbell.
Sure.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work the first section here. I'm going just up to level.
Yep.
But the band it's giving me resistance all the way through now. And if you really want to truly get the bicep, you can actually supinate it too. You can start pronated.
So he's
and
talking about
supinate.
rotating the wrist as you work the range of motion.
It's already fatigued out. I mean, that's how quickly it does. By the way, you should warm up on this too. I like the bands for that. It's a great way to warm up the muscle first.
Lighter resistance.
Yeah. So then I'm going to go ahead and do the 5 reps, or if you're going to do these all together without a rest, I'd only do 4-4-4.
Sure.
But I'm telling you right now, you're probably going to want to split them up apart.
Right.
I'm already struggling here, Brad, because now this is not easy anymore. Now I'm getting resistance all the way through.
Yeah. And the higher you go, the more resistance we have with the band. The weight is consistent. That's why when you combine the two, you get some good benefit.
Yeah, it's really difficult. So then on the last one, I'm going to go ahead and do the full rep. And of course, the further away you get, the harder it is.
Right.
With the bands. Man, Brad, I'm fatigued out already.
Yeah. Are those biceps bulging?
Yeah, well, I think it was, but
Oh, you're lopsided.
I am lopsided. So, and by the way, we do want to do this based on science too. If you really want to isolate, and they found out through EMG studies that if you want to get the muscle the most, is you do isolation bicep exercises. So normally what you do is you're going to support the elbow against your leg because it's going to take the shoulder out of it. You're not going to be able to use the shoulder to help. So you're going to go ahead and you can do this too. Again, you can do pronation, supination if you want. And that's going to isolate that bicep. Now, you can also add in the band with this. And
the reason is when you supinate, a lot of that range is from the bicep.
Yeah.
So we're combining it. It gives you more complete.
that's the action that it does. Is it actually turns that lower bone there. So I can go like this and step on the band here, and now I'm gonna go ahead and work it here, and I'm really isolating that bicep now. Oh, man.
There. So you can see that, and you may have to do what you can. He's holding both.
Oh,
Oh, Bob, now you're starting to.
well, you should try once here.
I'm just saying, I don't want to Bahama. Okay. No, what we should probably say, you know. Okay, I'll go ahead and try 5. Here we go. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. I actually just use the bands for mine right now.
And I do too.
I can feel, you know, this is clearly a different feel, and when I isolate that, for me, yeah, you can do the rotation in
Yeah.
there. And typically 8 to 12 reps of something like that. Do 3 sets of those with the rest in between. A good,
Then you're gonna start getting bulk.
right, along with a good diet and protein and those things we're
Running all
not gonna
those
get
things.
into.
Yeah.
All
All right, well, I hope this, is helpful and,
Strong like bulls, right?
Oh, girls, yeah, that one too, thanks.